Maybe I'm an idiot, but I had a hard time telling Stacey apart from her mom in this book. They look really similar, and since Stacey wears fancy makeup in the first chapter, I thought she was the adult.
Argo Funk Book Review. Argo Funk Book Review.
It's the magic summer where all the members of the Babysitters Club become 1 year older. Most of them are going on vacation. Stacey and Mary Anne have a working vacation at Sea City, New Jersey. That's a fun place with a beach and a boardwalk and tourist traps. They'll be watching the Pike family, which has 8 kids. Mary Anne has a great idea. Why don't they send each other postcards? Each chapter starts with 2 full pages of postcards. I don't like that. It feels like an excuse to waste 20 pages. It's not like the postcards are interesting or tell us anything new. If there was a misprint and my copy of the book accidentally left out those pages, I would be unable to tell anything was missing. They all go to Sea City. At the beach, the triplets harass Byron for not coming in the water with them. Stacey tries to resolve the fight, but she's distracted by a beautiful lifeguard. He has such gorgeous hair, and he smiles at her. It's true love. Stacey ignores the kids so she can stare at the hot guy. She learns his name is Scott Foley, 15 years old, from New Jersey. At the end of the day, Stacey is so distracted thinking about Scott, she doesn't hear Mary Anne complain about stuff like she had to watch all the kids by herself, and Mallory didn't have glasses in this chapter. What's up with that? Stacey spends the next day in a daze, and they take the kids to eat at Burger Garden. It's a colorful place with large animal costumes and mushrooms. The triplets are mean to Nicky until he gets a free drink coupon. Then they love him. Who knew guys love you if you give them free soda? Stacey should try doing that with Scott. Mary Anne gets a sunburn, so she's forced to spend the next day hiding under an umbrella. This makes it even harder for her to watch all the kids. She gets some help from a boy babysitter named Alex. Meanwhile, Stacey spends all of her time at Scott's lifeguard stand. She claims that she has a good view of the kids from halfway down the beach, so it totally counts as babysitting. Stacey is oblivious to the fact that Scott clearly has a love connection with Abby, the girl with dark curly hair. Is that the Abby who joins the Babysitters Club in book 90? Mary Anne is mad at Stacey for constantly dumping the kids on her. Why can't Mary Anne ask Mallory to help watch the kids? Mallory is in the Babysitters Club. She could help. But more than that, Mallory is their good friend. Why doesn't she say anything? I would say something if my 2 friends had a big fight. And why don't the parents say anything? Surely Mr. and Mrs. Pike have noticed that one of the babysitters isn't doing any babysitting. They should be responsible adults and have a serious talk with Stacey. Or at least tell Stacey's parents when they call so they can sort things out with her. At the end of the day, Scott thanks Stacey for hanging out with him and his friends. She's fun. It sort of looks like he's going to kiss her, but then he leaves with Dave, the lifeguard with a man bun. Mary Anne and Stacey take the kids mini-golfing. The kids are wild the whole time, and it's tons of fun. Along with Burger Garden, that makes 2 chapters where Stacey is a great babysitter, and she gets along with Mary Anne just fine. This does not at all match with the main story, which is that Stacey's a terrible babysitter who fights with her friend. You could argue these are cute kid chapters, and yeah, they kind of are, but it annoys me that the book story is so inconsistent. The book skips ahead a week. Stacey figures Mary Anne's complaining so much because Mary Anne's jealous Stacey has a hotter vacation boyfriend. The girls go to the boardwalk where they have fun, and Mary Anne opens up about how much she's changed over the past year. Stacey ignores her because she wants to find a present for Scott. Stacey is a jerk. Disaster strikes when Stacey sees Scott kissing Abby. Stacey's heartbroken, and the next day she pretends to be sick so she doesn't have to do babysitting. Mary Anne complains Stacey's dumping the kids on her again, but Stacey doesn't care. Stacey spends the day with Byron, and she helps him conquer his fear of water. This scene is a metaphor for Stacey's love life. Yeah, sometimes you get caught in dangerous waters, but if you're afraid to take chances, then you'll miss out on a lot of fun. Stacey decides the situation with Scott is a simple misunderstanding, which isn't anyone's fault. I would disagree. Stacey is clearly at fault for being such a jerk to everyone and not doing her job. She apologizes to Mary Anne, and everything is instantly forgiven. Stacey learns nothing from her mistakes, and she immediately falls head over heels in love with the next hot stranger she sees. This one is Alex's cousin Toby. They have a great time, and Toby kisses Stacey in the tunnel of love. And that's basically it. Everyone packs up their stuff, they say goodbye to the guys, and they go home. Stacey calls Claudia to talk about their unforgettable memories. The end. Postbook follow-up. I like the art in this graphic novel. That's about all I liked. I didn't like the graphic novel, which is not a surprise because I didn't like the original book. The graphic novel tries to improve the story by making Scott less of a creepy weirdo and by introducing Abby at the start. I like those changes, but I wish the book had gone further. If it was obvious from the start that Scott legitimately likes Abby and he's only being nice to Stacey, that would make things much better, in my opinion. I would feel actual sympathy for Stacey, instead of being mad at her for being a total self-absorbed jerk the entire time. I felt like this book had a lot of pages with no dialogue at all, compared to the previous ones. Some of these are full-page illustrations, while others are montages of 4 to 6 scenes. I think those scenes would have worked just fine on their own. I would have put up with 3 pages of the kids going through the boardwalk, instead of cramming the entire trip into 1 page. Similarly, there are some narration captions, which I wish the book had expanded upon. Don't have Stacey give me a summary of her argument with Mary Anne. Show me the actual argument! Overall, I didn't like the book. It's a book where Stacey is a huge jerk the whole time, and her bad behavior is rewarded with a hot vacation boyfriend. Mallory should have played a role in this story, and the book wasted a lot of pages on pointless postcards. If I ever reread the graphic novel series, I will skip this one and go straight to the next book, The Ghost at Dawn's House. Wait, they didn't make a graphic novel for that book? Huh, that's 2 books they've skipped. I wonder why. I give Babysitter's Club graphic novel number 7, Boy Crazy Stacey, a 2 out of 10.